Released in 1998, A Perfect Murder was one for the ages. It's just a all around crazy film. At least that's what I thought when I was like 10 or something like that. I don't know. I used to see it for some reason. It's one of those movies again that was just played over and over and over again at the time. And I mean, when it came out, I was 6, I think. So I mean, I wasn't really watching. I just remember, like I said, probably around age 10 or so, I'd still see it rerun, and I would just remember seeing certain things about it. But watching it again now, it does hold up in a lot of ways. There's a couple things that stand out that are a little like whatever. Like there's this one part where Michael Douglas and Gwyneth Paltrow are doing a toast to each other, and they toast to stolen moments, and it's like, do people really toast to things like that, or is it just like for movie scripts? It's just kind of, I don't think I've ever toasted to something like that before. Um, but nonetheless, overall, like I said, it is a good movie. The plot basically is strangers on a train to an extent. Um, Michael Douglas hires Viggo Mortensen to kill Gwyneth Paltrow, who they are having an affair, and that's why he wants her dead. But Viggo Mortensen, sorry, I can't get that sunny joke out of my head. He, as always, is phenomenal. He's really good in this, and he's starting to fall in love with her, and it's a little harder and all that. But how does everybody not fall in love with him? Viggo Mortensen. I just want to kiss his face. He's such a good actor, and he's just so awesome. Um, I talked about him in my GI Jane review. How great he was and everything, and how just great he is. He's just an all around great actor. But you know, just speaking of the acting, I'm not the biggest Gwyneth Paltrow fan, but she pulls it off in this one. And Michael Douglas, of course, I'm a big fan of his. And then David Suchet, I really don't know how you say his name. Poirot, he's great as well. When I was a kid, I remember the fight scene at the end when it's Gwyneth Paltrow versus Michael Douglas being very intense, and it still is intense. It's just like I said, as a kid, I just remember being a lot more epic as it was. But for the most part, the film really does hold up still from being back, in the late '90s, and then now, like I said, as a memory, and then as a just a general viewer of it, it does hold up pretty well, and I definitely would recommend it because it's just one of those films that maybe isn't the best in terms of like you know it's not the greatest, like it's not like, oh, it's the best cinematography and it's the best that it's not like the Lord of the Rings style of amazing, but it is a really good film and I definitely recommend it. What do you guys think? Hopefully, if you haven't seen it, you'll get to be able to catch it soon. I had it recorded on my DVR from a long time ago on Ovation. It may be coming up soon. If not, try to find a way to check it out because I definitely recommend it. If you have seen it, what do you know? What do you think? Just let me know in the comments and I'll be back with the review soon. Bye, guys.